Okay, chapter 7 is about percents. So to convert, we need to know how to convert from a percent into a decimal because we're going to have to do that before we can do calculations with it. So you just need to move the decimal point 2 times to the left. So 62% equals 0.62. 3% equals 0.03. 1.4% equals 0.014. 0.9% equals 0.009. 136 equals 1.36. 45.7% equals 0.457. 500% equals 5.00, or we can just say 5. 0.047% equals 0.00047. All right, any questions about any of that? All right, and to convert from a decimal to a percent, just move the decimal point 2 times to the right. So 0.44 equals 44%. 0.008 turns into 0.8%. 2.7 equals 270%. 0.019 equals 1.9%. 9 equals 900%. And then 3/5, first you have to change that into a decimal. So we could do that by dividing. So 5 So 5 goes into 36 times exactly. So 3/5 is equal to 0.6, and then move the decimal point 2 times to the right. So that makes it 60%. Any questions? All right, so for these, we're going to just translate it directly into an equation, just like we did in chapter 3. So when it says what, we're going to put X for that. Is means equals 7.5%. So I'll go ahead and change that to a decimal. So it'd be 0.075. Of means times 235.9. All right, so that is my equation. And then to solve it, I just have to multiply. So 235.9 times 75. All right, so 5 times 9 is 45. All right. Okay. Okay, so I got 176925. And I need 1, 2, 3, 4 of those digits to be after the decimal point. So that makes it 17.6925. Any questions about that? Okay. Number 16 says 13 is what percent of 200? So 13 equals X times 200 is the equation. And then to solve that equation, we need to divide both sides by 200. So 13 divided by 200. All right, so 200 can't go into 13, so I'll put a 0 there, and I'll put a decimal point, and I'll put a 0 there. So 200 still cannot go into 130, so I'll put another 0 there, and another 0 there. So now, how many times can 200 go into 1300? So it's basically the same as saying how many times could 2 go into 13? So that would be 6. So 6 times 200 is 1200. And 1300 minus 1200 is 100. And then let's bring down another 0. So 200 would go into 1000, same as how many times would 2 go into 10? So it'd be 5. So 5 times 200 is 1000. So 0.065 is equal to X, and that's supposed to be a percent. So let's put it in the form of a percent, which would be 6.5%. All right, number 17 says 15.2 is 20%. So that's the same as 0.2 of what? So my equation is 15.2 equals 0.2 times X. So to solve that equation, I have to divide both sides by 0.2. So it's 0.2 going into 15.2. So when we're dividing, the number that we're dividing by, which is the divisor, which in this case is 0.2, has to look like a whole number. So we're going to move the decimal point to the right until that would be a whole number. So that means we have to move it 1 time to the right. And then that means we also have to move the other decimal point 1 time to the right. So this turns into 2 divided into 152. So 2 would go into 15 7 times. 7 times 2 is 14. 15 minus 14 is 1. Bring down the 2. And 2 would go into 12 6 times. 6 times 2 is 12. So 76 is equal to x. All right, number 18, what is, so x equals 5%, so I'll change that to 0.05, of, so times 130. All right, so that's my equation, x equals 0.05 times 130. So I just have to multiply 0.05 times 130. So I'll start by just calculating 130 times 5. So that'll be 650. And then I have to have 2 of those digits after the decimal point. So x equals 6.5. All right. Any questions?